Welcome to our funky find here at ThePedalGuy, and today what we're going to do is we're going to show you the DigiTech FreqOut. This has been a pedal that's been pretty hard to get a hold of, actually, in recent months because it's been so short on supply. So every time we got them in, they left almost immediately the next day. So today, thankfully, we have a couple here, so I can open one up and take you through the product so you can hear what it sounds like and hear how cool this product really is, because it's very close to being, it's very close to the real thing. So to just give you a quick explanation of what it is, the FreqOut is a feedback creator. So it emulates the sound of feedback from your amp. So when you hold your guitar too close to your amp and you get that wee sound, that's exactly what this does. Except you don't go deaf. So you get all the feedback without the hearing loss, which is a beautiful thing indeed. I'm sure people like Ted Nugent would probably have appreciated something like this back in his day when he could still hear out of both ears. Nevertheless, this is what I consider this to be a lot of fun. It takes a little getting used to. It takes some it takes a little bit of changing to your playing style to accommodate the tone itself and how to achieve it. But you put this through a distortion, and I'm telling you, it's glorious. It's absolutely glorious. So let's do a couple things here first. As you can tell, we are shooting on green screen here, so we can have a little fun. So let's change that. All right. So let's take a look and show you what this is all about. So it's very simple to use. You have your foot switch, which is a true bypass. But that foot switch works in conjunction with the momentary switch. So when you have the momentary switch turned on, when you depress the foot switch and then release it, it'll work in real time. So you would just push and hold to turn it on, and then you would release it. Now when the momentary is turned off, you just simply turn it on, and then you turn it off. So it's a lot more fun to use it in the on position for me. The dry switch switches between a completely processed signal, so all you hear out of this side will be the feedback, or when you have on turned on, it'll be mixed with the dry signal. Obviously, a lot more fun if you're trying to really emulate the sound of a guitar feeding back. We also have the gain and onset knobs, and the gain is to change the volume of the feedback itself, and the onset is to determine when it's going to be introduced into your sound. So if you want a fast attack, just turn it all the way down. If you want a slow attack, turn it all the way up. I like to keep it right about 1 o'clock there, and you'll see why in a minute. And then down here you've got your 7 types of feedback. So you have your sub, and this sounds really cool. You'll just have to wait until I play a couple of notes through this, but it's the kind of thing that you're going to listen to it and go, okay, I got to buy one like right now. You have your first harmonic, second harmonic, third, fifth, and then you have a natural low and a natural high. And the natural low and high, these will work based upon the frequency range of what you're playing. So even if you're playing like a high E, if you're approaching it at a different angle, like you're picking it a little differently, the natural low and the natural high will respond accordingly. And we'll get to that in a second so you can hear it. But in any case, that's what the FreqOut's all about. And we're going to go ahead and plug this in and give you a listen. We are ready to start our funky find here, our exploration of the FreqOut. So let me just give you a quick demonstration of what it sounds like. So currently right now I've got the momentary switch on, the dry switch on. I've got the offset and the gain closer to 1 o'clock. And I am set on the third harmonic here. So I just play a note. Now press the button. All right, so you're getting the point. So the idea here is that I can start playing just notes, sustain them, and then hit this FreqOut switch to get that sound. So here's another note. as you can see, there's a lot you can do here. So let's just explore a couple of the options. So first thing is, let's change to the sub, because I keep talking about the sub, and I think you need to hear what that sounds like. So I'll turn the offset down a bit so that it attacks immediately. Okay, I've got it going through an overdrive pedal. So just imagine you're playing a low note. In fact, I'll even go to the bridge pickup here, or the neck pickup, I should say. Get that low sound, and then here we go. Alright, so this is like one of those things you could just noodle on forever and a day. It just sounds so cool. Then when you put like a chorus with maybe a lot of rate and depth, you could get something that sounds even freakier. You could sound like a synthesizer if you want to, without actually being a synthesizer. So that's a couple things you can do. Let's take a look at a couple of the other settings here. So the first harmonic. Essentially, it's the same note you're playing, just in a feedback form. Now, if I turn the dry switch off, can't hear anything. It's because it's not activated. Right? So I prefer to keep it in the on position because I want to hear the guitar while it's playing back. Then you got the momentary switch when you turn it off. Again, I'd probably keep it in the on position. Let's explore a couple of the other types here. And this time, let's turn that onset way up so that you can get a nice sustained sound. So in this case here, just jiggle it over a little bit there. Okay, so in this case, let's try. Alright, so we started to get the idea here. This is just sonic bliss when you get down to it. So here's the third. Go to the fifth. And then we go to the natural low. Now this is where it gets a little funky. Hence Funky Find. Haha! Okay, shameless plugs, folks, shameless plugs. So I'll just play a note. Alright, so there's the natural low. Now let's try the natural high. This is where it should get a little pitchy. So as I said, it's all the feedback, all the tone, without the hearing loss. There are artists that would stand at certain points around their amp and play a certain note on their guitar to get a note to feed back. But now you can basically do that with the FreqOut. And of course, it follows by the same rules as a pedal. So if there's no note, there's no feedback. So there are a couple of little shortcomings when it comes to comparing it directly to holding your guitar right in front of an amp. But if given the choice, I'd probably just stick with the FreqOut myself. I like my hearing just the way it is. In any case, this is the FreqOut. We have it here at the Pedal Guy. It's a lot of fun to play with, and it's really not that expensive at all. It's quite affordable, and we have a few of them in stock, and we're happy to help you out with any questions you may have. So be sure to visit us at ThePedalGuy.com. Follow us on Facebook, and of course, as always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a great day.